All right, this is farewell to the homestead. What an amazing, miraculous number of days in terms of rainfall. And then of course, Cindy and Dave know how to live. Been generous in their help and hospitality, and these trees are some of the best remaining in the United States, which is my favorite thing on earth. Real privileged to be up here among these people, get to work on this property, get to work in this national forest, get to work with these trees and other species. So may it continue, and may there be more rain for the Southwest out of here. I'm going to basically Albuquerque to try and get moisture moving in the corridor above the Lincoln National Forest. Almost nearly everywhere that I was aiming for has gotten substantial rain in the last 5 days. It's really strange and amazing. El Paso and the West Texas area and the Lincoln National Forest need attention. So this went so phenomenally well, I'm going to clear out. I can always just turn around and come back. It's only a 5.5 hour drive where I'm going now. And yeah, I might just do that depending on how things go, and then back up to Flagstaff. The whole plan was designed essentially as kind of a Y, aiming for Mexico and El Paso, and then pivoting back and forth off of the two axes, I guess, of a Y, to try and get moisture moving up through the middle of New Mexico down to Mexico across West Texas. And that hasn't happened per se, but what has been happening is this moisture moving all the way across Arizona, just sort of popping up out of nowhere the last 2 days before today. And then of course coming all the way from east to west several times over Texas, which is really rare to make it all the way to someplace like Kingston or even further north. That happened with Alberto. And then I don't know about the rains they've been getting in Kingston, but you know, literally like the super ideal dream has come true there, where it's just a good light rain with a little soak, and then a good light rain for the rest of the day, and then a good light rain, and then a good light rain, and then a good light rain, and a good light rain. So who knows what they're getting today, but that is like, you know, the most healing thing. The last thing I'll say is this place obviously is doing pretty well. It's pretty bright already. It's got soil and tall grasses, tall other things popping up. So my perception now is that the rains that came yesterday were ideal for the landscape, the wild landscape, and the only real damage you're going to see is in the human domain, where we just don't quite understand landscape relationships, and we don't quite do things according to what makes sense for other life yet. So yeah, pretty phenomenal. I mean, beyond pretty phenomenal. The most phenomenal thing I've experienced in terms of being inside of a 2-day rain. That was, yesterday was really, really something else. Just completely blown away. It appears we drew rain in, and you know, catalyzed cycling. And there's this last picture. This looks lush, feels lush. The silky air that I love talking about. You know how silk feels cool on your skin because it's so soft and smooth? Makes you relax. That's what this air is. It's what hydrated trees do. We should be getting to the edge pretty soon here. This is good. I'm 3 hours from Albuquerque. That is definitely a blue sky of precipitation up there. Windy.com has rain accumulation forecasts. And they show that about 3 days from now, moisture will start to accumulate where I'm going to be, and in 5 to 10 days there should be a good amount of it. So this is an ideal pairing. From day to rainbow nights. That guy has a rainbow coming out of his truck. Talk about the rainbow connection. Look at this guy. Big stuff right over the highway. It's the incoming cloud infantry. I love this light. It looks so awesome, both on camera and to the human eyeball. It's like a backlit, dark front, golden. Oh man. But there are so many eerie stone structures, stone shapes out here that are just familiar and can be structurally. Spires, terraces, plateaus, gables, ramps, buttresses, slopes, steps. It's really uncanny. Hey. And we're talking. Wednesday night, off in a beautiful remote place. Took a lot of effort to get up here, driving wise. It's also raining right now, slightly. But I would be pleased if I were watering. This is a beginning of a nice rain, maybe. And it was raining on the other side of Albuquerque. So maybe the weather patterns are really shifting for the best.